Good evening, good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is Tuesday, February 14th, and we will commence our Arts Commission meeting. If I could have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Here.
Commissioner Jessica Berry. Here. Commissioner Jones,
Here.
Commissioner Setzer,
Here.
and Commissioner Bob Berry.
Here.
Okay, it looks like that constitutes a quorum.
Oh, sorry, I'll just state for the record. Commissioner Crumweedy absent, Commissioner Anderson absent.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Albeit we don't have any public comments or presentations, we will dive right into our Public Art Committee update, and I will let the spokesman take over.
Okay, thank you. We met, Jessica, Pat, and I met last week to go over the Sculpture on the Move program. They have a number of candidates to look at for us, and Melissa got it all in front of our faces. We went through each and every one of them, and then Melissa sent the basically a PDF to us so we could go through and pick our favorites. Our goal then was to go away, individually pick our top 20, and then Melissa had Jessica and Pat send those to me. I looked, and we actually had a lot of variety in our choices. I think we had 3 that we all 3 picked and said, yes, let's get that one. Let's ask for that one. So those were our top 3. And then there was 9 right after that had 2 votes, at least, 2 of us liked. And then finally the last 8 that we chose out of our top 20 was individual pieces. I just went in order and said, okay, here's one Pat likes, here's one Jessica likes, here's one I like, let's do it again, until we got down to the bottom. And there's quite a bit of, like I said, if you take a look at the PDF we have for you available later, you'll see we've got, they're far and wide, a lot of variety there. But our goal is to now, from what I understand, and Melissa, you can tell me if I'm saying this right, it sounds like they only go to maybe your top 5 or top 6 at the most, because, everybody gets pulled out of a hat and says, this city wants you. And we go back and forth. We don't know where we're going to land, but usually people get their top 5th or 4th, 5th, or 6th choice. So I think we'll be fine, but we made sure all the way to the end, we've got 20 to look at.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Did anybody have any questions? Yes, of course you can.
I'd like to point out that it wasn't just like, what do we like? We took into account the site, the appropriateness, will it fit on where we've got, is it going to be visible? We weighed all of those factors also before we went through and found 20.
Okay, good deal. I will. I'll just ask, what was the top 3?
You should have a paper presentation in front of you at your desk. Okay, so the top these are the top 20, and I will, I know we have to go through a little bit more before we get to the actual agenda item, but I will give you a few minutes to look through the packet, and just with the timing of everything, that's why we couldn't get this to you in time when the packet went out on Friday. But if you want to just take a few minutes right now just to go through the packet, and there are numbers on the pages. There usually, I think there are about 2 images of each of the sculptures, but take some time right now to just go through and take a look and see what we've got. And I will say that in the history of this program, which is, I think it was started 5 or 6 years ago, no city has had to go past their top 3, their third choice, except for last year, there was a very weird situation with a sculpture that ended up not being available for one city, so they actually had to go with their fourth choice. So, I mean, it's definitely a possibility that we could go further down the list, but it generally doesn't happen because there were well over 100 sculptures that were available to choose from,
Okay.
and 20 cities in the program this year.
Okay. Got it.
I have one question as we're digging through, sorry. Looking at the price, remind me how this is done. We don't pay the full price listed, right?
We are paying $1,000 a year.
Okay.
Okay, Bob, I appreciate your staff report. I've already combed through it. I was kind of combing as you were speaking, Bob. So Cole, I'll give you a few minutes to kind of comb through and take a look at it because we are gonna roll right into it, albeit we don't have did you have a staff report, Melissa?
I really don't. I just wanted to quickly say, sorry again that I couldn't get that grant application in, but it will definitely be in by the July date.
Okay. Not a problem. We know you've been tasked with bigger issues, so you're fine. Okay, well, looks like there's nothing on the consent agenda, and we have no unfinished business, so we will move into the new business, which is just a little bit more conversation about this this program and the selections, and we will agree or disagree, one of the two. So Melissa, I'll let you take over.
Sure. So just want to remind you how this process works. The initial 120 plus sculptures were presented to me in a Zoom meeting and all of the other participating communities. Then, of course, as Bob just stated, our Public Art Committee narrowed that down to their top 20 that everyone agreed on. And draft day is coming up on February 28th, which is when all of the participating municipalities and organizations, each name will be pulled out of a hat, and that's how the order of the choosing goes. So we could be in any place between 1 and 20, and that will be it. So tonight, what we're asking for in this agenda item is for the commission's approval of the entire list, knowing we probably won't have to go, under the top 10, but that's what we're asking for, just to get approval of the entire list.
Okay. Well, then I will ask for a motion to approve the 2023 Sculpture on the Move art selection.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Oh, roll call. Yes. Roll call, please.
Right. Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Commissioner Jessica Berry,
Aye.
Commissioner Lauren Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Pat Setzer,
Aye.
and Commissioner Bob Berry.
Aye.
Okay. Passes 5 present, or 4 present, 1 Zoom, and 2 absent. Thank you, guys. Great job from the Public Art Committee on this. How many selections were there?
It was somewhere, I think, more than 120, 126 or something sounds about right. I'm not, maybe Bob knows how much, I don't remember the number, but it was over 100.
Yeah.
Good work then. Okay, we will move into commissioner comments, and Ms. Setzer, I will lead with you. Jessica and Mr. Young.
Nothing tonight.
Okay, nothing major from me either.
But let's not forget about Bob.
Bob, did you have any comments?
I do. I want to thank Pat for fleshing out our process a little better. I was a little glib here doing this on Zoom. We did not just pick our favorites. We actually studied and said, hey, does this belong here? Hey, is this something we want, at these points? So thank you, Pat. I appreciate that.
Yes, I will ditto that comment. Definitely great work from you guys. I'm sure it was a lot having to sort through so many. Are these in order for the top 3 that? Okay, so these are actually in order. Okay, cool. Okay, well, if we have nothing else, we will end this short meeting. So if I could have a motion to adjourn.
We have to do a roll call again, too. Just FYI.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second? Roll call, please, ma'am.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Commissioner Jessica Berry,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Setzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Bob Berry.
Aye.
Okay, carries 5 to absent. Guys, have a great evening. Thank you for your time, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, Bob.
Sure. Thank you.